guys, it's us, Tailored Style. It's Linwood and Joseph, and we are sleepy and pale.
It's Joseph.
Yes. When I tell you, oh my gosh. First of all, what time is it? It is 11:48, and initially our plan was to go ahead and this bag is so loud. Our plan was to film a video where we were talking about like different awkward things that have happened to us with clients, but we had to make a food run because now we're doing a Taco Bell review. And I'm going to be reviewing their new chicken chips and dip. This video is totally random.
I don't have time for it.
Dumb bodies.
Is that bad?
You remember when we left the gym to get like the whole naked chicken taco? Like, this is so disappointing. I feel like I'm eating like one of those.
He always goes for anything chicken thing. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I could have told him that.
A knockoff chicken nugget and some.
These nachos are giving me effing life. I'm not
queso.
nachos in so long.
Not real queso.
I don't know.
Let me try something else in my box. Let me go for what's not. Oh my gosh.
Oh, there's more disgusting food.
I asked him. Well, this one I think it comes with a regular taco, which is gonna be disappointing because ain't no tomatoes and sour cream on it, but that's okay. And a burrito. Child, this video ain't even supposed to be about this, but that's okay. So we get up to the window to order, and like the lady is like,
Quisha is rude as hell.
She's like, order when you're ready. So we're like, okay, and we start ordering, but like she doesn't say anything the entire time I'm ordering, and like nothing's popping up on the screen. So I was just like, maybe I should stop ordering. And like the moment I said that, like all of a sudden everything is on the screen. She's like, what else? And I was like, okay.
Meanwhile, he's being his extra self, telling us and praise the Lord. I'm amazing, blah, 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 blah.
I didn't say I was amazing. I said she was amazing because I don't want people to spit on my food after they just heard me.
If you're at work at 11:30 at night, no one loves their job at that time. No one wants to hear you're amazing. If I was amazing, I wouldn't be at work right now, especially working for Taco Bell.
I love my job at all times. Anyway.
Really? Is that why you quit the school district?
Yes, because I loved it that much. So, this fool over here in the car, like throwing mad shade at my hat, which I love, by the way.
This hat disturbs my spirit, and it didn't bother me at the beginning of the day. But right now, it is disturbing my spirit. It looks like some swim trunks. The pattern I can't get over. His head is too big for it. I mean, like, I'm looking at it in the monitor right now, and I don't know whether he's going to do a Tone B Slade commercial or if he's going to get up and preach and make me over.
I'm like Bruno Mars right now.
Where?
This is something he would totally wear. I'm such an old man. I will totally settle down. I was like settled down at like 21. Anyway.
You were not settled down. What are these lies? I can't handle the lies.
I was married at 23 and like, are you serious? Like, I didn't date anyone at all other than like.
Nobody wanted you.
Everyone wanted to.
Nobody.
Oh my gosh, speaking of which, this is supposed to be about awkward clients, so let me go ahead and tell y'all this one. I had a lady that met me in the mall. And she's like, oh my gosh, you're Linwood. I was like, yeah. And she's like, I'm so mad at you. And I was like, I'm sorry. What did I do wrong? And she was like, my friend got her eyebrows done by you. And she was like throwing mad signs that she thought you were cute and wanted to date you. And you totally ignored her. And I was like, I don't even know who your friend is. And while I'm working on your eyebrows, like I'm ripping hair out of your face. That's not the time to try to mac on me. Like there's nothing like, oh yeah, I totally want to get with you. I'm way too close to smell your breath and seeing all of your pores and ripping hair out of your face. I'm not into S&M or bondage. He's like not even talking, like this is how hungry he is. But I will say, he is like starved. He just finished working on a client for like ever. So, you know, it is what it is.
This is what I look like when y'all be asking me, oh my God, how do you do those 10 and 7 hour colors?
I get better as the day goes on, so I get more and more dramatic the later it gets. So you're welcome for all of my extra right now.
I'm dramatic, I just get rude.
Clearly. Which is why he's throwing mad shade at my hat. My extreme.
Okay, so I have an awkward story for you guys. One of my clients referred me this lady who wanted to get her hair colored, and the crazy part is I should have known when my client was like, I tried to get her to get out my line, but she wouldn't leave until I gave her your number. So she comes in, short little Puerto Rican lady, full of fire, of course, and shout out to all my Puerto Rican people, I love y'all. This heifer wants to go like silver, and her hair is already blue, and so it's like electric blue teal on the ends with like Hispanic dark roots, like a level 2 dark black. And so I'm going through the consultation. I'm explaining to her, like, you know, I'm never going to get that to level out with how short her hair was. There was no way I was just going to be able to put it on her root and it not bleach the entire thing. So I was like, what's going to happen is, I was like, your root is going to be really, really ashy and the ends are actually going to be silver. I was like, but because your hair's so thick, it's going to be enough to camouflage it. Her hair was like that long because it was really short. And so anyways, she's like, oh, okay. And then she was like, how much? And so I told her how much it was going to be. And of course, she was like, oh my God, when my daughter goes on Rance here, they only charge her $100. Well, then go where your daughter goes. Wouldn't that make sense? Anyways, so after that, she's like, but no, I'm here now, so let's do it. And I'm like, okay. So I get started or whatever like that. We are like 4 hours in there. I ended up making the most perfect, like, it was, in my definition, it was the prettiest smoky gray color, and then silver over top of it, which it all looked silver until you parted it, which her hair was never going to be parted because it was so thick. So then, my next client is there, who is not going to wait at all. Like, her attitude is, when it comes to stuff like that, she doesn't handle it well. And I already know this. So she's sitting there like, And so I finish this lady's hair, and then, this is what happens. She's like, oh, so I don't like it. It's blonde. It's not gray. I was like, I told you it wasn't going to be. She's like, oh, can you please just make it darker all over? So, this is where I'm at with this. I'm looking at my client who's literally looking at me look at her. Like, I wish you would say yes. And then I'm looking at this lady like, she ain't gonna pay me. And if I don't say yes to this, I was like, what do? I did not work all this time for not get paid. So I'm like, I said, can I please? I was like, I promise it'll take me 20 minutes to slap something on her and I will do your hair while she is waiting. She can just wait. The lady's like, yeah, I'll just wait. And meanwhile, this heifer had like 17 million Cokes out of my fridge. Like, it's a complimentary Coke, not a complimentary case. Anyways, so I had to do that, and it was just the most stressful situation ever. And after she left, she criticized my haircut, said I didn't cut her hair right, said I stained her shirt that was already stained when she walked in. And then, the way my card system is set up with our machines, it asks, like, if you don't ask if somebody wants to leave a tip when they're signing out, it'll log you out of it. Then I have to re-swipe your card again, which is annoying. So it's like, I'll just ask now and make it less awkward. So, or make it less work anyway. So she pays whatever, and I'm like, did you want to leave a tip on the card? Did you? And I said, you have to. And she's like, no, you took all my money. And I was just like, I can't. Like, get the hell out. Get the fluff out. Get the beep out. Okay? So, yeah, that was her. I was so stressed. Like, I remember leaving the shop that day just like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done doing hair. This is over. And then I went to the hair show and had fun and forgot all about her. And then my client told me she ran into her again at the pharmacy. And she talked about how expensive I was.
And I think the weirdest clients for me are always like the ones, and it's happened to me on multiple occasions, where they're like, oh my gosh, I have this, like, they're like, oh my gosh, my brother's gay, you should meet him, you guys would be such a cute couple. And I'm like, I'm straight. And they're like, oh. My cousin is, I'm just like, Happy, you just want a free haircut. That's what you want. Like, stop trying to hook me up with everybody in your family. Girl, you know you don't even like me like that. You just like the services I offer. Anywho, I don't want to date them. And I'm married. And yes, for those of you who are like, what? I am straight. Yes, I'm just extra and flamboyant and over the top. You're welcome. We all can't come this fabulous. There's something about that touch barrier where people are like, you're touching me, I'm telling you everything. I have a yeast infection. So,
where did that come from?
I'm just saying, like, some clients are like that. I had a client once that said that she was, like, the twin to my best friend. And she was like, oh my gosh, everyone is always confusing us for each other. Like, mind you, like, my best friend is, like, full figured. This woman was, like, a crackhead. Like, she was... Her hair's like breaking off, and I do my best friend's hair, so come on. Breakage? What's that?
It's still breaking.
And so and mind you, on top of that, she is an exotic dancer, and no, we ain't talking about ballet. Okay? And she's like telling me the whole time about how like she has a dream to open up this boutique / salons for strippers, like where strippers can come and get their hair done
Because
before
strippers
performances,
need love too.
by their outfits. I'm just trying to figure out how much of a market is there to just advertise to strippers. I give her hell to this day at the fact that someone who is a stripper that wants to open their own stripper boutique and looks like a crackhead said that she looks like her twin. I can't. I love you, Mina.
You just got cheese on my sparkly pillow.
You're welcome. I'm adding season. You just got cheese on my sparkly pants.
I don't give a F about your man. I love her to death because she's a hot mess, but she is always doing that. Like, let me set you up. They like you. Are they not even gay? Like, oh my God.
Oh
my God. We were in Colorado. Yvonne, I'm going ahead and telling your name now. And so we were in Colorado. We were riding in the car. And she said she was at the club with her friends, and this guy came over, and she was like, I just knew he was gay. So she was like, you know, he's dancing and twerking with us, and we all moving around, and we was like, we're all standing in a group, and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to introduce you to one of my soldiers. And she was like, because you two would be so cute. He was like, why? And she was like, you're not gay. And he was like, no. And she was like, it was hilarious, because he thought that he was going home with him, and he wasn't, so
well. He could have. It just wouldn't have been the one he wanted.
He would have went home and organized their shooting closet. Take it off.
No.
Be
I'm
yourself.
not a stripper.
Be yourself.
No.
Be yourself.
No.
Be yourself.
How dare you, Herschel? How dare you?
I'm trying to help you. The people at YouTube want you to be your natural self. That's not natural.
I'm bringing you that Michael Jackson realness right now. Oh my gosh. I had a client once whose husband came up into the shop and like snatched her out of the chair mid-service, and I was just like, what is going on? And then what is it?
I'm responding to comments.
He snatched her out of the salon.
We don't want people to think we ignore them.
Like mid-service, and so of course I'm just like, okay, and like, you know, she ended up giving me my money, but at the same time I was just like, that's not as important like you walking out of here with a half-wet head. And so she.
It's not my fault. I'm trying to
download the
respond to the
studio app. Anyway, so her husband like does all that, like snatched her out. Like next thing you know, they're gone. Like 30 minutes later, dude comes back and like threatens me for my life. Like, you trying to sleep with my wife, this and that. And I was like, I was literally doing her hair. She literally had an appointment, which she made. She's a regular. Like, what is going on? Who did you think was doing her hair this whole time when you've been like, oh, your hair looks bomb and amazing? So he was like, no man's gonna be left alone with my wife. I know this and that. And I was like, I don't want your wife. The sad thing
is nobody wanted her.
Well, nobody did, yeah. The sad thing is, he didn't even want her. That fool has been cheating on her for years. Years. Why you trying to be all up in my face? Talk about you gonna fight me. And you don't even want her.
Why you always lying?
Nasty self. What time? We need to go to sleep. We have to be here at what time? 10 tomorrow?
Which means we have to be here at 9. It is 12:17. I still, let me explain to y'all. Everybody's like, Joseph, why don't you go out? Why don't you? You're still young. You're still, and I appreciate it. I'm not being that sarcastic. But I've been here since 9 a.m. this morning. We met each other this morning, like the husbands that we are in HEB, because we were always trying to do something nice for each other. And I was in the aisle, and of course, like everything else, I can't have a moment to myself.
We ran into each other. Like, I had went and got sodas for the salon. He was getting coffee for the salon, and I was like, I'm just gonna stop by and get a stuff because I know we need it. And next thing you know, I ran into him in the coffee aisle, and I was like, hello,
it's me.
Is it me you're looking for?
No, it's not.
I can see it in your eyes. I can see it in your smile.
That's not my smile. What are you looking at?
I'm all
what were you looking at? That wasn't my smile. Wait.
It was your bottom lip. It's kind of crusty. And his left eye is kind of cocked like this.
How dare you? So we went to each other in the store, and then I bought him a toothbrush because I love him.
He did, because he was like, your breath, it smells like a sewage plant.
And he bought me nothing as usual.
I got him some Cheetos that he bought.
I don't like Cheetos.
Are you seriously snapping? Like, what is going on? No one even messaged you.
I'm checking to see who watched my Snapchat. All gone. I've given it all away.
I get it all! What song is that? Welcome to Tea Time with Joseph and Linwood.
It is now 12:30. And we are gonna go home and do this all over again tomorrow.
Yeah. Bye, you guys. Bye.